Thanks for everyone for joining us. I just wanted to give everyone a little pop quiz content while you were waiting for everyone to join on. I see we've got a lot of people joining us tonight, and that is because we have the fabulous Jonathan Hashmonay, who's going to share his brilliant talent and brilliant music with us. I am just going to go through a few logistics and details first, and then we're going to launch right into our fabulous programming, I promise. First, before we begin, let's just take a collective sigh. I hope everyone out there is safe and healthy and at home, and everyone you love is safe and healthy and at home. Welcome to tonight's community bonding experience. My name is Erica Danziger, and I manage the arts and culture programming for the JCC of Northern New Jersey. We also have on here with us tonight my assistant, Tracy Wilner. Hi, Tracy. She's taking time out from parenting her twin 8-year-old girls to be with us tonight. Oh, 9, they just turned 9 the other day and they got a car parade birthday. Yes, fabulous. I just wanted to share with you a little brief connection to how I know Jonathan and how I met Jonathan and why I was so excited to bring him on tonight. But before I do that, I just want to explain what is going to happen tonight for everyone and what we're going to experience together. First, we're going to do a little housekeeping. Sorry, got to show you where the exits are and how and when to use the restrooms. And then we'll head straight into our musical performance with Jonathan. Toward the end of our performance with him, we are going to pause and have some Q&A time. So if you're thinking about your questions or you're thinking about your song requests, you can hold on to those, and we're going to pause and show you how and where to enter those. You'll see that we have you all muted, and we're going to talk about that later. And at the end of our call, we're going to show you how to stay connected to Jonathan and the wonderful projects that he's doing, as well as the future webinars like these, our brain breaks that we're hosting through the JCC. And let's start with some logistics. Sound good, everybody? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Good, thank you. We are recording tonight's session, and for a special treat, we're going to attempt to push Jonathan's performance to Facebook Live. So wish us luck with that technology. It's a hot technology day these days. And so tonight I just want to tell you that I'm so excited to have Jonathan Hashmonay with us. We met Jonathan when we brought him in from the Israeli Artists Project. It's called YAP. If you're in the know, and he is the band leader for the YAP troupe. We had them at Temple Beth Shalom of Pascack Valley in Park Ridge, and Jonathan and his troupe gave us beautiful experience of music in Hebrew and English. And so when we knew that we needed a little spirit lifting, a little shake it up, shake our shoulders, feel real good, let our hearts soar, we knew Jonathan was just the man for the job. So without further ado, I'm going to spotlight Jonathan on my little Zoom here, and we'll take it away. Let me unmute him.
Yeah, that would be good. Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. So we're just going to dive right in. This first song is called Blackbird. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Blackbirds sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Thank you very much, guys. So, as Erica said, I'm Jonathan Hashmonay. I'm an actor based in New York City. And yeah, I'm really excited to be here and just play some covers for you. It's been a real treat working on all of these, because all of these songs are songs that really are uplifting for me to hear and sing and learn on the guitar and all of that. So it's just been really fun experience getting to do all this. This is my first Facebook Live or Zoom show ever, so it's kind of like, you know, starting out this whole process of quarantine and all of that. But yeah, I'm really excited to share my music with you guys. So this next song, this next song is called Bet I Made. It's by Alan Stone. And first time that I heard this song is when a colleague of mine from school, I went to Penn State, he showed me the song and he played it on the guitar. So this is kind of like a shout out to him, to Graham. He's a great singer and great guitar player. Anyway, this is Bet I Made by Alan Stone. Well, I took a plane over the stars. It didn't get me very far. Oh, all my problems, they follow me. And I flew to the moon, but it wasn't far enough away from you. Yeah, all my problems, they follow me. 'Cause every night I close my eyes, all my troubles fade. Every morning when I rise, I'm just sleeping in this bed I made. One million times inside of my mind, I have justified, but all my problems, they follow me. And I discovered a way to cleverly avoid the blame, but all my troubles, they follow me. But every night I close my eyes, all my troubles fade. And every morning when I rise, I'm just sleeping in this bed I made. Cannot run the pain, no, better chase these demons as they came. And what I wouldn't give, why to make some room in this bed that I made. But every night I close my eyes, and all my troubles fade. And every morning when I rise, I'm just sleeping in this bed. I'm just sleeping in this bed. I'm just sleeping in this bed. Oh, amen. Whoa. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that was Bet I Made. This next song
is by Ed Sheeran. He's a very, very well-known artist nowadays. He does a lot of pop and a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, he's awesome. This next song is called Castle on a Hill. I learned this song for an audition that I did during my time in college. Yeah, and it's just a really beautiful song about remembering where you come from and remembering your home and the people who are important to you. And I think that's a very, very good message to have in these troubled times. So here it is, Castle on a Hill. When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends, tasting the sweet perfume of the mountain tops I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. I've not seen the rolling fields in so long, oh how we've grown. I can't wait to go home, 'cause I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. 15 years old and smoking hand-rolled cigarettes, running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. My first kiss on Friday night, I don't reckon that I did it right. I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs, but we got paid. We'd buy cheap beer and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not grown up in so long, oh how we've grown. I can't wait to go home, 'cause I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. One friend left us so close. One works down by the coast. One had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed. One's already on a second wife. One's just barely getting by, but these people raised me and I can't wait to go home, 'cause I'm on my way. I still remember these old country lanes when we did not know the answer, and I miss the way you make me feel. Thank you guys very much. Oops. Can't lose my pick. Oh, there we go. So, I'm going to tune my guitar for a second. This next song is a mashup of Hebrew and English. While I was in high school, I was in a band in my hometown, and we kind of performed a lot of mashups. We did like "Smoke on the Water," a lot of like rock, good old rock songs. "Smoke on the Water" and another Hebrew song to go along with that. And it was really fun. It was really fun for me because I was already an English speaker while I was in Israel. So for me, getting to perform all those songs as mashups with Hebrew was really, really special. And I'm going to play you one of these mashups that we did. It's a song by Pink Floyd called "Wish You Were Here." And the Hebrew song is called "Imperiot Noflot," which translates to "Empires Fall." It's basically a song about, from the perspective of a kid that's at home doing his history homework and listening to his dad and mom while they think that he's not listening because they think that he's preoccupied with his homework. And it's kind of nice to hear a song from the perspective of a child, and it kind of meshes really, really nicely with the chords of "Wish You Were Here." So try. I know that a lot of people don't speak Hebrew, but try to listen and see where those chords kind of coincide and where those where the similarities are. I promise you they're there. Anyway, so this is "Wish You Were Here" and "Imperiot Noflot." So you think you can tell heavens from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green tea from a cold steel red? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a pool, breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange walking apart in a wall for real gold in ילד מכין בסלון שירים בהיסטוריה, הוא לא שומע צלצול כבוד. בא בשעה שהטונה חודשת לטרויה, אבא נכנס עם קופסת עוגיות ואיתו ובתוך הדפים של הזמן שעבר אנשים נגמרים רגע אחד, אימפריות נופלות נופלות soul. Wow, I wish you were here. 'Cause we're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? Same old fears. Wish you were here. Thank you guys very much. All right. Now, a few days ago, I got a message from Erica that someone requested "Knocking on Heaven's Door," which is an awesome song and that I really, really like. And so here it is. It's just a cool song to play, so I hope you like it. This is "Knocking on Heaven's Door." Mama, take this badge of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. 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 Mama putting my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Sing it with me. Knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 hey. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Mama, take this badge off me. I can't use it anymore. So thank you for whoever requested that song. Thank you so much. That was just an awesome song. All right. So I have 2 more songs for you guys. The first one is in Hebrew fully. So I'm just gonna explain a little bit more about what the song is about. So it's called Yareach, which means moon, translates to moon. It's by Shlomo Artzi. And it's just a gorgeous song about to me it means talks about humility and remembering that everyone kind of lives under that same moon, and that we all started under that same moon and our entire lives happen under that same moon, everyone in the world. So he talks about how, like, the first time that his dad screamed at him and his mom took him out for a moonlit walk to calm him down. So that happened under that same moon. And he talks about how he met the love of his life and proposed to her under that same moon, and kind of jokes about how, like, oh, would you want to marry me? And she tells him that oh, but I already have a man in my moon, and then it was him, so it was like this kind of like inside joke, I'm assuming, with himself. And he talks about how he started under that same moon, like his first show was during that night, and one of my favorite lines in the song is that when you forget that we're all under that same moon, or that you started under that same moon with no one, with no fans and no money and no anything. Like when you forget where you came from, you forget where you started, you kind of lose yourself. That's what that sentence means. So try to catch that, but it's kind of hard to notice. And I think that same theme kind of repeats in the music as well. It's very mellow and repetitive, and kind of you can kind of catch on to it. That's so that rhythm, that kind of repeats throughout the entire song, and to me that signifies that returning to where you came from, and realizing how important that is. And the chorus of the song, he said, translated, there are only two sentences. It's yesterday was good and tomorrow will be good as well. And I think that's a kind of a cool message to send out in these days, that yesterday was okay, we're getting through it, and tomorrow is going to be amazing as well. It's going to be good. It's going to be fine. So, and the music is kind of like this beautiful, honestly, I don't even know what these chords are. I mean, I learned it from the tabs and just like from hearing it, and this is what it sounds like. I don't know. It's just gorgeous. So throughout this entire melodic piece, he just speaks about how yesterday was good and tomorrow will be good, and he just repeats that. So I think that's a beautiful message to send. Anyway, so yeah, this song means a lot to me. It's one of my favorite all-time songs, and I learned it a while ago, a long time ago. So this is Moon by Shlomo Arti. וזיכרוני הראשון עם יופייך אינו מטה אותי, משליך גיטרה ואבי עליי צורר, ואימי אומרת זה החוטא שלי, ולוקחת אותי לטיול מנחם מול ירח. וזיכרוני השני מעינייך אינם מטות אותי, עוזב את הבית אל סיכוני הזמן. כששאלתי אותה האם תהי לי לעולמי, אני תביט לירח, שם יש כבר אדם. ואחרי שנה שכרנו חדר מול ירח, מתחיל לנגן בבר קוטר ברחוב המסגר, והם צרחו תוריד תנמוך עם הטוקסיד, ורק אחד אמר ילד עוד תוריד את הירח בשבילם. הייתה תקופה כזו שהאושר בא בזר, צחקנו מהכל, שרפנו את מה שבא ליד, לא נשאר לנו אלא לחבק את הצער, להגיד אתמול היה טוב ויהיה גם מחר. אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, ויהיה גם מחר. אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, ויהיה גם מחר. קשה לי להתרכז, כי יופייך עוד מהמם אותי. קשה לי להגיד חבל, או לומר אולי. במקום זה אני יושב, וצועק לירח רד, ומאשים את העולם בכאביי. לפעמים אני שוכח איך התחלתי מול ירח, כשאתה שוכח כן כן, אתה מסכן. יש גשם בשמיים, אין ירח בינתיים, וכשיצא נלך ביחד עד שיעלם. הייתה תקופה כזאת שהאושר בא בזעם, צחקנו מהכל, שרפנו את מה שבא ליד. לא נשאר לנו אלא לחבק את הצער, להגיד אתמול היה טוב ויהיה גם מחר. אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, ויהיה גם מחר. Yesterday was good, yesterday was good, yesterday was good, and tomorrow will be as well. Sing it with me. אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, ויהיה גם מחר. One last time, אתמול היה טוב, כן, כן, אתמול היה טוב, אתמול היה טוב, ויהיה גם מחר. Thank you guys very much. So before my last song, I guess I'm gonna open it to you guys. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to put them up on the chat. Let me see if I can pull this chat on. I can't quite see it.
I think you managed to mute yourself.
There we go.
Yeah.
But Erica, if you could read me the questions, because I can't find the chat on my phone. I'm sorry.
So the chat is filled with love, my friend.
Okay, good.
There is so much love happening in the chat. We will make sure you get all of these messages. There are children listening along, loving your songs. There are friends and family loving your songs. There's everyone extolling your virtues and beautiful music and thanking you for the escape from reality tonight.
Well, good. I'm glad. So I guess instead of a question and answer, why don't I tell you guys a little bit about myself and where I started and how I got here and a little bit of that. I don't know if that's something that people are interested in. Yeah, it looks like people are shaking their heads. So, okay, good. So I was born in Israel. I lived there all my life. I went to an arts high school. I started singing from there. Well, actually, before high school, I moved to the States with my parents. We lived in Princeton, New Jersey. We lived there my 5th grade through 8th grade, so like 4 years, about 4 years. And it was a really interesting experience, and kind of made me learn a new language, because I didn't speak a word of English when I got here. So it was a kind of like a challenge, but it kind of it took me out of my shell, put me out of my shell. And when we returned to Israel in 9th grade, I kind of started singing, started taking voice lessons and things like that. And I got into an arts high school. It's a good high school in Israel. And after high school, I couldn't join a combative unit in the army, unfortunately. So I auditioned for the army band, and I planned on giving up music. After high school, I planned on going to medical school and all of that. But because I couldn't be in a combative unit, I was like, oh, okay, why not? I'll try out for the army band. And I was lucky enough to get in. So I spent my army service touring around Israel, doing about 1 to 3 shows a week, about 300, 400 shows over the span of 3 years. So it kind of got me. I got to see a lot more of Israeli culture, and I'll get to know the Israeli population a lot better. And I learned new songs from it and how to deal with people. So it was a great experience. And then halfway through my army service, a friend of mine, so like I said, I planned on going to medical school, forgetting about music, forgetting about all that. And then I already applied to medical schools. I got into medical schools in the States and all that. I was ready. And then all of a sudden, a friend of mine came to the U.S. and he saw Book of Mormon on Broadway, the musical, and came back to Israel. And he was like, "Yeah, you should check that out. I think you'd really enjoy musical theater. It's kind of nice." And I looked at it and I fell in love with it, and I immediately decided to shift gears and go study musical theater in the United States. And I was lucky enough to get into Penn State, which is a great musical theater program. Yeah, Penn State, woohoo, we are. And I graduated, 9 months ago, something like that. Yeah, a year ago, something like that. It's crazy how the time flies. And I moved into the city, and kind of with 2 friends of mine, and kind of auditioning and doing the grind of musical theater. And that's my story of how I got here. Yeah.
So I'll ask a question, Jonathan. Thanks for sharing that. So how's your family in Israel? You assume you still have family in Israel?
Yes, all of my extended family's there. Luckily they're all safe. They're all quarantining and social distancing really well.
Poo.
Yes, there's a lot more sanctions in Israel. You can actually, if you leave your house, you can actually get a fine of, I think it was, like $200 fine or something. So it's pretty hefty fine so people are really sticking to staying at home. My cousin, he's totally fine. He's healthy now, but he had coronavirus. So thank God that he's fine and all set, and he self-quarantined and did everything by the book. So yeah, but thank God they're all safe.
Thank goodness. And also there's so many musicians now sharing their beautiful talents online. Yeah. Have you been enjoying anyone else's live concerts and streaming videos?
I mean, yeah, of course. Hadar Baron, she's an awesome musician. She is part of the Yap troupe as well, so you guys should definitely check her out. She's awesome. And Nicole is another. She's here in the chat. I see that.
Yeah, exactly. Hadar, feel free to list your website so we can all find you, or your Instagram following. Go ahead and share it with everyone.
My website. I mean, it's
No,
Jonathan.
well, Hadar's. We have.
Oh, Hadar's website.
Right?
Sure. I mean, I'm sure she can write it in the chat. I
Exactly.
don't know her website off the top of my head,
No.
honestly.
It was a question for her. Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, so she's awesome. And Nicole went live. She's also from the Yap Troupe. She's an incredible musician, and she went live as well. And actually, the Israeli Artists Project is starting a Facebook Live kind of weekly event. So every weekend, an Israeli artist from the city, from the New York area, will be sharing their talent on Facebook Live. So and it's all free, obviously. So you're more than welcome to tune in on the IAP YAP Facebook page. I'll be performing, and I'm sure Hadar and Nicole will, and we have a few performances lined up, not for this weekend, but the weekend after that. Yeah, so a lot going on.
Excellent. And I also saw, I think I messaged with you that the Israeli army has its own live streaming performances that they were doing.
Yeah, you told me about that. I had no idea that was happening, quite honestly. So
I'll network for you.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have one last song for you guys, if that's okay, Erica.
Please.
Okay, good. So this last song is actually the first song that I ever sang in the Army band. It's called Or Gadol. It translates to big light. But one of my friends from the Army band helped me translate it into shining light. And I'm going to sing it half in Hebrew, half in English. For those of you who attended the YAP performance that we did at few weeks ago, a month ago, I don't remember when that was, but I sang that we as the YAP troupe sang that song as well. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. It's by Amir Dadon. He's an incredible Israeli artist from Israel. So if you guys want to check him out, that's totally fine. Regardless, you can go on my website and see me perform this song. I at the end of my college career, I filmed this song with a live band and with some backup vocals. So if you go to jonathanhashmonay.com, just my name.com, you can see that video and a few videos of me tap dancing as well. So if you want to see that. Yeah, and you can look out for more YouTube videos of me singing and stuff like that. You can follow me on social media and all of those things, obviously, as well. I'm sure that I will add you as a friend on Facebook. And anyway, so this is called Shining Light. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 אם היה לי קצת אולי למדתי מזה משהו חשוב, כי בסוף כשזה נגמר יש תשובה לכל דבר. לבד בתוך כל הדעות, אני חושב איך שהזמן יכול לעוף, כי בסוף כשזה נגמר יש תשובה לכל דבר. Shining light is guiding me, and I finally know that I am free. I am here to give the best of me and be. I will start from scratch and try again, and I have no fear of any man. I am here, not going anywhere. Anytime when I
I look back on all the things that I have found, 'cause I don't want to feel regret when the sun will finally set. Oh, גדול מאיר הכל, ויותר כבר לא צריך לשאול, אני בא משהו ולחיות, להתחיל הכל מההתחלה, כמו לנשום בפעם הראשונה. אני כאן, אני לא מתבזבז יותר. כאן לא מתבזבז. להעיר הכל. להעיר הכל, להרגיש הכל, הכל מההתחלה. אני כאן, אני לא מתבזבז.
Now I can
Guys. Thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you for the JCC, and thank you Erica, and thank you Tracy, and thank you everyone that had me come on. So much fun.
This was absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. And before we sign off, we just want to close with a little meaning, as we started with a little meaning. And we want to remind everyone that arts, and especially music, can make us feel something or think something or do something. And so we encourage you, before you let go of this moment, hold it close in your heart and consider what you might think or do or feel that will bring you forward into the following days. And this has been such a gift, Jonathan. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
We invite everyone who's enjoyed tonight's performance to enjoy another performance and another experience with us on our future JCCNNJ Brain Breaks. We have one coming up Monday night with Relaxing Yoga with Rachel Dewan. She incorporates Jewish themes and Jewish learning into her yoga practice. And we figured Monday night, let's all take a collective sigh before we head into the Passover holiday. And we have a huge bunch of people already enrolled in that. So Tracy's going to load up the link so everyone can register. If you'd like to come to that, it's free. Come join us, feel a collective sigh and a special another Jewish moment together with us. And then later after Passover, we're having a conversation with an actor and director, Jeffrey Cantor, about all of the fabulous Israeli TV that is on American television these days. It's called Spoiler Alert. So join us and get all the spoiler alerts ruined for yourselves by enjoying conversation about Shissel and Strugim and the new Unorthodox that just landed.
It's a great show. Watch it.
Tonight's performance and tonight's experience was kindly donated to us by Jonathan out of the graciousness of his heart. We encourage you to visit the Israeli Artist Project and help Israeli artists and Jewish artists these days stay afloat, stay thriving, stay feeling really supported by the Jewish and Israeli community. It's very important these days. And if you enjoy JCC being able to create these kinds of moments, we also welcome any of your kindness and our Arts Advocate program. Any amount makes a difference, and any amount shows our leadership how important these kinds of experiences are to our community. Tracy is loading links as we speak left and right, so check the chat. We'll also email them afterwards, so don't feel any pressure about it right now. If you can see Tracy on her webcam, she has her twin girls on top of her right now. So she's multitasking like a fabulous mom, as we all do. I just want to close by saying thank you again, Jonathan. You are so—
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for having me.
For sharing your magic with us.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye.
Bye.